Hello, I'm Deborah Hoffman with Corridor Rescue Inc., President and Founder. We are an all-breed 501c3 rescue group in Houston, Texas. We primarily rescue animals from the Corridor of Cruelty, which is basically a part of town in Houston known as a dumping ground for animals, both dead and alive. It's a very, very sad situation, what's going on out there. And our team of dedicated volunteers are doing their best to alleviate the suffering of the animals that are dumped there one by one. Whenever human greed teams up with animals, there's going to be suffering, at least in my opinion. And one of the things that really is a tragedy in this country, especially, is the fact that there's so much backyard breeding going on. People are just abusing, torturing animals for their own profit, and it's simply disgusting. And it just completely adds to the pet overpopulation problem in Houston. It's absolutely ridiculous for people to be breeding animals to sell them while our government is paying for workers to put to sleep over 250 dogs and cats a day in our city shelters. There's something unnatural about standing by and watching other living beings suffer. So it's only natural for us as humans to want to help other living beings that are suffering. And it's a great feeling when you do get involved and help. And it's great that people help other people, but the animals need help too. And doing this has been what's given me purpose in life. Building Corridor Rescue, rescuing dogs that have broken legs, have no hair, have eye infections so bad they can't even see, bringing them back to life. And I've always loved animals all of my life, and it wasn't until really about 6 years ago in my old age that I started getting involved with hands-on rescue. And I did have to get past an emotional time in my life where I felt like I was strong enough to handle it. For years I used having children as the reason I couldn't get out there and do anything to help the animals. But finally one day a relative convinced me to come to a meeting at a rescue group, and I did, and that was about 6 years ago. I've been thinking lately a lot about what people can do to help in Houston as far as the pet overpopulation problem. And I'm like, what are we really doing besides, rescuing one animal at a time, even though to date we've rescued over 210 animals from the corridor in 2 years. But just by talking about things, I realized that building awareness about the situation, about the pet overpopulation problem in Houston, is key and critical to changing things. Because unless people in Houston or everywhere in the United States are aware of what's happening, there's never going to be any change. So I'm hoping that our group, as we get better known across Houston, will gather more volunteers, people that have been wanting to help animals will realize, hey, it's okay to help animals, And it's been a wonderful journey with all the volunteers that I've met and gotten to know along the way in the past 2 years. And something I've realized over time is that we're not just helping animals. We are actually helping people too. I can't tell you how many volunteers have come to me and said, Deborah, this has given my life purpose. Deborah, this has improved my marriage. I want to get up in the morning now. I'm doing something that's helping make this a better world. So for everyone out there that has loved animals and has wanted to get involved, just take a tiny step. You can do it. You don't have to worry about seeing the pain and the suffering. You don't even have to look at it all. There's something for you to do. Even if it's just passing out brochures about spay and neuter, I mean, that is something. You're building awareness.
Hi, my name is James Reinierson, and this is my dog Buddy. I picked him up off the street at a corner store down the street from my old house. He was just a stray dog. Some kids told me that he had just been coming through the neighborhood and they were feeding him, but they didn't have a name for him or anything. And he ended up following me home, and so I just decided to keep him. And he's been my best friend ever since. And first thing I did was get him all the shots and get him neutered. And that's a very important thing to do because of a very big problem we have in Houston concerning, stray animals on the street. And it's also very good to get that done as early as possible, so it has the least amount of effect on them. And so he's just, you know, as happy as can be. All right, good boy. Hey, can you sit? Shake. Now shake this hand. Shake. Now shake this hand. All right. Good doggy. Good boy. High five, buddy. High five. Yeah. All right.
Hi, I'm Teresa. I've been rescuing dogs for several years. What gets my heart most is that my thing is that animals are not disposable. I walked through a shelter the other day and I bawled all the way through it. It's just sad that if everybody would just spay and neuter or donate to help spay and neuter, get dogs vaccinated, just, you know, do something, write your congressman. We need stricter laws. I want to see no more breeding for the next 10 years. It's just overwhelming. It really just breaks my heart when you walk through a shelter and see these animals. I just want everybody to try to stick together, do your part, and let's stop the overbreeding, overpopulation, and the cruelty. That is my story. Thanks.
I look up and I see God. I look down and see my dog. Simple spelling G-O-D. Same word backwards, D-O-G. They would stay with me all day. I'm the one who walks away, but both of them just wait for me and dance at my return with glee. Both love me no matter what. Divine God and canine mutt. I take it hard each time I fail, but God forgives. Dog wags his tail. God thought up and made the dog. Dog reflects a part of God. I've seen love from both sides now. It's everywhere. Amen. Bow wow. I look up and I see God. I look down and see my dog. And in my human frailty, I can't match their love.